Hey, everybody. We have a special episode of our podcast today that we decided to put together just for you as a year-end gift for just hanging out with us and being with us for the 2019 year. Listen, we have decided to take all of the Did You Knows from 2019 and put them into one long play podcast. So you're going to get 50 or so Did You Knows. It's most people's favorite part of the podcast. It's my favorite part of the podcast. And I don't know if you know this or not, but every time we do a Did You Know, I have no clue what the Did You Know is until Rosie reads them. So I am learning them just as you are when you hear it for the first time. And so that's why my responses are so lame, because it's almost the same every time. Like, no way, really? But anyways, so we want you to just enjoy. So sit back, grab a coffee, and enjoy.
You're listening to the All Out War podcast.
Do you have a Did You Know?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Did you know that Michael Jackson had plans to build an amusement park in both Poland and Brazil?
No way.
I'm reading this news article from 1998, and it says that he extended for a year. Okay, I think it's a European thing, so that doesn't translate well, the grammar. But he extended his letter of intent to build a $500 million amusement park in Warsaw.
Wow.
Yeah. And then officials in Rio de Janeiro announced last week, so June 1998,
Yeah, right.
that Jackson wants to build an $800 million theme park in Brazil.
Well, I guess if you're a pedophile, a theme park is the way to do it.
Yeah. And Brazil is weird.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they didn't let him in Poland.
Yeah, Poland's strong about that, aren't
Strong. My Polacks.
they? Your Polak buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great place to retreat to if once it
That's my plan.
breaks down.
They're the last bastion of like pure Western civilization right now. They seem like they're the only ones that aren't giving into the craziness.
I know, dude.
They're getting more and more right wing, and they're like which is crazy.
Fascist.
A couple of years ago, or like a year or two ago, when they like joined hands
Yes.
around the entire country,
Yeah.
and prayed the rosary
Yeah.
specifically to protect them from
Islam
Islam.
influence. Yeah. No, dude, look, man. Hey, that's a perfect. I'm so glad you mentioned that. That is the perfect segue into our topic tonight. But so did you know anything?
Oh, yeah. All right. So did you know that in 1974, in the 1974 amateur draft, the Buffalo Sabres, with the 183rd overall pick, 11th round, drafted or selected Taro Tsujimoto, who was a Japanese ice hockey player who did not exist.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Explain.
So the thing was basically the coach was just really, or the general manager was just like fed up, and he was just like, whatever, we're just going to, it was a super tedious process at this particular draft, and he was just going to have fun. And he's like, yeah, okay, just this guy from the Tokyo Katanas is the name that he said in the Japanese league. And he's like, we're going to draft this guy. And nobody realized that he didn't exist. And so it went in the books and came out, and
He never made the team.
no, he didn't exist.
There's no. He made that name up.
Yeah. But
Is there a Japanese hockey league or whatever?
I don't think so. I mean, probably,
Yeah.
but I don't know enough about that. But he said, yeah, he found the name in a Buffalo phone book, and he said the team name, the Tokyo Katanas, translated into English as the Tokyo Sabres, the Buffalo Sabres.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was clever, yeah.
Did he know Japanese? I wonder if he knew some Japanese.
I don't know.
Sounds like
yeah,
he was,
but I mean, you can look up his whole stats. He was born November 16th, 1954, from Osaka. He's a center. He was 5'9", 165.
But they made all that up.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
He has fake stats.
Yeah.
He's a fake guy.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool, dude.
So
that was a fun one. I like
there you
that
go.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll probably jump into more pro-life issues down the road.
We should.
Sometime. I think that'd be a fun thing to do a podcast on.
Yeah.
But we're going to continue in our...
Oh, before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know?
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot. What do you know, man?
All right. So, did you know that if you were invisible, you would also be blind? Because your eyes are lined with photoreceptors that reflect light. So the way your eyes work is that they reflect light. So if your entire body was invisible, light would pass right through your eyes, not touch the photoreceptors, and there would be nothing to work with. So you'd be blind.
That's amazing. I love that one.
Is that good?
That's so strange to think about too.
Yeah.
If you were invisible, you'd be blind. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, yeah, because it has to have some kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I guess we've been lied to all these years.
Yeah, the Invisible Man and
Yeah.
H.G. Wells. Yeah.
All those things. So, do you know anything?
Oh yeah. Hey, did you know that that Benjamin Franklin, while he was the ambassador to France
Yeah.
in 1781, wrote an essay called "Fart Proudly"?
What?
Yeah.
Fart proudly. That's
Yeah.
my kind of guy.
Yeah, it's also called "A Letter to the Royal Academy About Farting."
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Was that like an etiquette like question of the culture? Like, do we fart or not? Like,
I don't know. It just said it was in response to a call for scientific papers from the Royal Academy of Brussels, and so he thought that they were getting too pretentious, all the academies. And
oh, there
So he
you
wrote-
go.
yeah.
He's awesome. I
Yeah.
love that, man.
isn't that awesome?
That's cool. We need more people like that,
Yeah,
dude. That's a great. Did you know?
yeah. It says it went on to discuss the way different foods affect the odor of flatulence, and to propose scientific testing of flatulence of farting.
Scientific testing. That is awesome, dude.
Yeah,
That's the perfect. Did you know for our guests that we have in the studio today?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. So speaking of that, did you know?
Okay. What
Okay, this one is crazy. In 1962, there was the acid LSD
Yeah.
was big, and they were doing all sorts of experiments. We talked about MK Ultra, but anyway,
Right,
so
yeah.
there's this experiment set up by someone at the University of Oklahoma. So they gave a male elephant
Oh no.
who was 3,200 kilograms, big guy,
Yeah.
14-year-old male elephant. They wanted to see how much acid it would take to make him go crazy.
What? An
Yeah.
elephant?
Yeah. So they gave him 297 milligrams,
Oh, jeez.
which, if you don't know anything about acid,
Wait,
is all that's. So it says,
is that like a sheet of acid?
no, it's enough LSD to make nearly 3,000 people experience hours of quote unquote marked mental disturbance.
3,000?
3,000 people.
That poor elephant.
And the acid back in the day, in the 60s.
Yeah.
So just, if you don't know, back in,
The OG acid?
oh, it was crazy strong. It was actually acid. And in the 80s, here's a little fun fact.
Yeah.
In 1982, there was this guy, these two guys that got busted in Colorado. I think they were in like a nuclear silo that they had bought, and they were just making tons of acid. So anyway, they got busted, these two guys, and like 90% of all the acid in the world, they were making all of it.
90%.
It was something outrageous.
They were like Breaking Bad.
yeah.
I wonder if that's what it was based on at some level. Like
Yeah,
the
except
storyline.
it's completely. These guys were just like hippies making acid.
Right.
But anyway, so in the right about that time, they switched to something else. So this is crazy amounts of acid.
Wow.
So this is what happened to this elephant. So this is a quote from the research paper. His mate, Judy, a 15-year-old female, approached him and appeared to attempt to support him.
Oh.
He began to sway. And this is within like 15 minutes.
That's just so much acid.
And they shot it into him. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So he began to sway, his hindquarters buckled, and it became increasingly difficult for him to maintain himself upright. So he couldn't stand straight.
Collapsing.
5 minutes after the injection, he trumpeted, collapsed, fell heavily onto his right side, defecated, and went to a status epileptic. So he had a seizure.
Epilepsy attack. Huh?
Yeah, and he died.
They killed him.
They killed an elephant with LSD.
In a painful death, I'm sure.
Yeah, so he...
probably hallucinating, seeing like monkeys
and then he crapped himself, died.
Oh,
just went into a permanent brain seizure.
Oh, man.
Yeah. All these people that say that acid is... Because that's one of the things that they always say, oh, it's just a myth that, whenever you hear about LSD, people, in the 60s and all the, the Reagan right and all that, when they were saying, that was later on, but, to counteract the hippies.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, people are going crazy and jumping out of their hotel room windows because they think they can fly and stuff.
Yeah. And
all that. Hippies are always saying stuff like, no one's ever died off acid, all that kind of stuff. Same thing that they say about weed, but.
Right.
So here, documented, although this is an insane number, but it's an elephant.
So I guess you can OD on acid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot 33,000 people.
Yeah, but he's
one elephant.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot.
They probably gave him like 10 times the amount that he needed to kill him, even.
I don't think they knew. That's what they were just seeing.
Jeez.
So anyways, yeah.
I feel bad for him.
A bunch of researchers gave a bunch of acid to an elephant, and he died. So there you go.
Yeah, I wonder. I just trying to imagine what he was thinking when
it was like Dumbo's dude.
Maybe
Disney knew something about that. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, maybe they paid for it.
Yeah, but I mean, in Dumbo, he's an elephant, and he has that crazy acid trip.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
and he was like flying.
It was crazy. Okay, yeah. So now we're going off on a tangent from.
That's funny.
But yeah, so there you go.
Well, that's a perfect segue into our.
So this is kind of. I heard this over this weekend. I was driving up to the mountains. I was listening to podcasts, and I heard anyway. So, so I just found this out that I always thought Japan, like the only time that they attacked the homeland during World War II or prior to it, was Pearl Harbor, right?
Yeah.
So they actually attacked 5 times against the United States
on American soil.
Yeah. Well, one of them, it was called the Bombardment of Elwood, where a Japanese submarine actually fired, I don't know, missiles or not rockets or, they hit coastal targets right near Santa Barbara.
Really?
Yeah.
In California?
Yeah. They were off the coast. Yeah.
Wow.
And this other technology they had.
Around the same time.
The bombing of Elwood was February 23rd, 1942. And so this other thing they did, they call them Fugo balloon bombs. They had this idea of putting hot weather balloons and then strapping mines and missiles to them. And they would float them from Japan across the ocean. And they figured out through mathematics and the wind and everything where they would land. And so they had these huge hot weather balloons that would just drop bombs onto the United States.
Did they do that to us?
Yeah. A family died, actually.
That's amazing. You don't hear about this in history books.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Nobody tells us this. I don't remember this.
Yeah, so it said if you go to the Wikipedia for the Fugo balloon bomb, there's something right here about press cover-up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
So it said, the press covered it up. It was ran in one story. And, it killed a family.
Wow. That's an amazing...
in Oregon, yeah.
In Oregon.
The bomb, the balloon ran out of air. It fell on the ground. And then the kids, it said that they went up to the mine and kicked it, and it blew up.
Oh, my God. Moral of the story, don't kick a mine.
Yeah,
right?
Or
a mime.
Or a mime.
They blow up big time. They're aggro. Most people don't realize that. Dude, that's a crazy did you know? And it's actually perfect for what we're going to talk about today. You know. But anyways.
Yeah. Oh, hey, did you know that there you go. You didn't have to prompt me. Oscar the Grouch is Canadian.
Really?
Yeah.
Canadian.
He's Canadian.
That's why he's garbage. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know who else who thinks he's garbage? It's Donald Trump.
It's true. Yeah. That's funny. I didn't make that joke. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, he was born in New Brunswick.
Oscar the Grouch was born in New Brunswick. He's a Muppet.
I know, but that's his story.
That's awesome. Oh man.
Yeah, he also owned a car called the Sloppy Jalopy.
Sloppy Jalopy.
That's so great.
I can't remember ever seeing him drive a car. I just remember being
season 12.
Season 12 of Sesame Street.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh man, Sesame Street. Those are the good old days. But so what do you know?
Oh, hey, did you know that turtles can breathe through their butts?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, I'm going to throw in a double one because I don't want to read all the science behind. But yeah, turtles they have the option to breathe through their butts. Something about their shell compressing or whatever. But yeah, the other thing is birds don't pee.
Dude, what are you watching? Animal Planet?
No, I just found a couple animal facts.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. So I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Well,
I love that.
I do love that. It's a great movie. Yeah, that's all true. So it's not incoherent. So Mr. I can't remember who the actor was that played that guy.
Billy Madison or
it's from Billy
Adam
Madison.
Sandler.
Yeah, but not the guy.
Oh,
Mr. Announcer.
Oh, the
game
show host guy. Yeah. Oh, dude, birds can't pee and turtles breathe through their bunghole.
Yeah, their butts.
So what do you know, man?
Oh, hey, I'm not sure how. I'll start off with this. Did you know that Tupac, the rapper, was a ballerina?
What?
Yeah,
that blew my mind because he's so hard.
Yeah. So he went to the Baltimore School of the Arts, he's an
East Coast guy.
Yeah, he's East Coast. Well, yeah, he was born in Baltimore.
I thought he was like an LA rapper.
He was from New York and then lived in Baltimore, grew up in Baltimore. And then, he went to when he started rapping, he went to California.
Nice.
And totally, because the whole rivalry, he was like the West Coast. And then, Biggie and Jay-Z and all them were East Coast. But he's from the East Coast. And he did ballet. He did, they put on a production of the Nutcracker. And he played the role of the Mouse King.
The Mouse King.
Which is a main character, and they do a lot of fancy ballerina stuff. So
he was multi-talented, man.
Yeah.
He was getting ready to bust into acting too, right when he died.
Yeah, that was another one that I brought up that he was supposed to play. He was going to be cast in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh man, he died. Another one died too soon, man.
Yeah. No. Yeah. If he's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got the legend of Elvis.
Yeah.
Well, we've got. Anyways. All right. What do you know, man?
Oh, hey. So did you know that in the 1990s, the Marine Corps tested a special urban fighting unit, and one of the things that they did was test out tactical skateboards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it was after the Battle of Mogadishu. They were like, "Oh, we need to start focusing on urban fighting."
Yeah.
And so they started testing out in like American cities, different ways. They had their own like camouflage and everything like that. But it was going to be like a urban, like in city warfare.
It seems like a skateboard would be like, they're hazardous. Like I skateboarded for a long time. It seems like to put like a 60-pound pack on and then a gun, all you need is like one small pebble.
Yeah. Well,
like face plant.
Yeah, I guess so. It said the Marines used store-bought off-the-shelf skateboards to detect tripwires in buildings and draw sniper fire, among other uses. And they said what they took away was that with combat skateboards is that standard knee elbow pads were useless for American troops fighting in urban centers.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And specialized ones would have to be obtained. Probably because they all fall and get hurt.
I know, man. They're useless because they're face planting.
Yeah.
We need helmets, full face helmets. So.
Yeah, but there you go. Yeah, so they had skateboarding Marines.
I wonder
it's
how
kind of a cool image, I think.
Yeah,
skateboarding around like, what's up, dude? Radical.
What if they put laser beams on them?
That'd be cool
on the skateboards.
Yeah, you gotta
high tech
to fight the radicals. You gotta get totally radicals, bro.
Oh, jeez.
Hang 10.
Oh man. Well, speaking of radical, man, I found. So we're gonna get to that in just a second, but hey, man, what do you know? You got anything cool?
Oh, hey, yeah. Did you know that in 2004, so the Cannes Film Festival, is a very prestigious film festival, and they have the top award. The top award is called the Palme d'Or. So it's for the highest prize awarded at the Cannes, and it's for like best feature film. So in 2004, there's a bunch of movies that were shown there vying for this top spot. And Shrek 2
No way, really?
was in the running.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good old Shrek 2.
So Shrek 2 was in the running for best film at the Cannes.
Is that the one with the song from Somebody Once Told Me?
I can't remember.
Oh yeah, okay.
That might be the first one, but
okay.
Yeah.
No, the first one was the other Smash Mouth song. I think Smash Mouth made like a 3-movie deal with to provide a that'd actually be a smart deal if you were a band.
Yeah, of course it would.
Do like hey, we'll do a 3-movie deal to provide the theme song or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Hey, any bands out there, do that. I just gave you the idea. Like they've never thought of it.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Hey, did you know? Actually, you did know this because you're the one that brought this up again. And I love this story. And so there was a bear named Wojtek, spelled Wojtek, who was a Polish bear during World War II that was bought by a bunch of Polish troops at a railway station in Iran. And he was made a private in the army and like went
what was he? He was
I'm sorry. He was a Syrian brown bear, a bear.
So a bear was made a private
in the army,
in the Polish army.
And he fought in Egypt, and he had a serial number, and he lived with them in tents, and he had a rank, and he got paid, and he helped him out. Yeah,
I love this.
Yeah,
and he was pretty bad bear.
Yeah, he was a cool bear. He just hung out and there's a monument to him and everything.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
I did know about this.
Yeah,
so it's not as like most of the time you don't tell me, and I'm always like as shocked as everyone else hearing it. But here's what's so cool about this one though. I actually fell in love with this bear.
Me too.
Because he, number one, Polish army, total BA. They know what they don't mess around. But
even though I'm Polish, I was gonna say we don't have much of an army.
But when they do fight, you don't want to mess with them.
Well, yeah, we're good at resisting.
Yeah.
That's all. We never really had armies. I mean, there was just but
this bear, there was a story of it marching out to battle on its hind legs with the rest of the troops.
Yeah, it said it would copy what they would do.
Can you imagine though, if you're on the enemy side and you're looking across and you see a bear, a
just
big
running
brown bear, just walking out with the soldiers with the flags,
holding the flag. Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Yeah,
there's a whole YouTube thing on him too. You can YouTube.
Yeah,
it.
I love Wojtek. Wojtek. Also, here's one you didn't know. Did you know that goats have accents?
What?
Yeah,
accents.
Yeah. So like a goat in America would sound and bray, differently than like a goat in Australia. They all have different accents. The same thing with crow. Actually, here's another one. Crows also do the same thing. So you can, like, there's people that really know birds.
Yeah.
So they can tell if there's like a movie being filmed, like you see a movie being filmed and you hear crows.
Yeah.
People can actually tell, oh, this was filmed on the East Coast versus this was filmed in the West Coast.
What?
Because they sound different. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Why do they sound different?
I have no idea.
That's so weird.
But yeah, they have.
It's a language, so I guess
animals have accents, and yeah, they sound differently.
Do you know what the goats sound like in Australia? Yeah, what up? Throw another shrimp on the barbie, man.
Oi.
Oi, got
Oi. I don't even know. What is it? I don't even know.
Remember Goat Boy on Saturday Night Live?
No.
He was like half goat, half man. And he was like a news reporter.
Oh, no.
And so he would give a news report and he'd be like, so today in the news, and he would just do.
What time period was that?
It was probably like the 90s. You were probably just a kid back then.
But I used to watch, that was the golden age of Saturday Night Live.
It was
with like David Spade and Adam Sandler and Norm Macdonald.
It was a little bit after that probably. So it might have been early 2000s.
Okay.
But yeah, the guy that did it, that did Goat Boy, he became a stand-up comedian. He was really funny. I remember him. I can't remember his name though.
Huh.
So, but anyway, Goat Boy was his name. Oh man, that was kind of crazy. Anyways,
you can't help it. You're dad.
I can't help it. I'm a dad. It's so ridiculous. So, anyways, so what do you know, man?
Oh, hey, did you know that one of the Russian czars, Peter III, court-martialed and executed a rat?
A rat? Wait, yeah. What? I need to hear the story.
Okay, so from this article, Peter had an obsession with playing with toys, usually of the military variety. He kept a large box of them under his bed so that he would bust out when Catherine would leave for a while or after she had gone to sleep. He'd set up elaborate military formations and battle scenes, playing soldier the best way he knew how, but not actually being a soldier. Oh, that's funny.
Oh.
One night, Catherine entered Peter's room and noticed a large rat nailed to the wall. Naturally, she had questions. Peter informed her that the rat had committed a great crime, which, according to the laws of war, deserved capital punishment. By committed a great crime, Peter meant that the rat had climbed the walls of the fortress he had built out of cardboard and ate 2 of his toy soldiers. According to Catherine, he described the gruesome scene as if he had lost loved ones. Of course, this rat had to be punished for his murderous rampage. So,
how old is this guy?
Russia, I don't know, like 20. He's like the czar of Russia.
Okay.
Like he's a king.
So strange.
Yeah. Upon his capture, Peter had the rat tried by martial law. Yeah.
It's good to be czar.
Yeah.
You can be bizarre.
Isn't that awesome?
That is so funny, dude.
Court-martialed
a rat.
Executed it.
Oh my gosh, man. That's so funny, dude. Yeah. I don't know where you get this stuff, but I love it, man. Hey, did you know?
Okay, I got a bonus one because we were talking before here and I looked it up.
Yeah.
So here's the bonus one first. The laugh track that you hear on sitcoms was recorded in the 1950s. And the industry standard laugh track is called the Douglas laugh track. It was debuted in 1950 on the Hank McCune show.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, and I was going to say, because we were talking about laugh tracks. And it was like urban legend, and I'm not sure if this is correct, that they use the same laugh track.
Yeah.
And so on modern shows, like those people were recorded in the 50s. And so all the people you hear laughing are dead. They've been dead for a while.
Hey, we have our own laugh track.
We do.
It's the live laugh track.
We still have another live audience.
That's awesome.
And they're actually alive.
They're actually alive.
Yeah.
For today.
Okay. So that's a bonus one.
Yeah.
The other one I was going to say is, did you know that the United States, this is kind of in touching with last week's, they had a camel corps? The United States Army. Yeah. So they had the United States Camel Corps was a mid-19th century experiment by the United States Army in using camels as pack animals in the southwestern United States. While the camels proved to be hardy and well suited to travel through the region, the army declined to adopt them for military use. Why? The Civil War.
Ooh,
So then they abandoned everything and sold the animals at auction.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a did you know related to that.
Okay.
Did you know that Australia is the largest exporter of camels in the world?
That sounds. Oh yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you
I
would
didn't-
think it would
yeah.
be like Saudi Arabia or like one of these Middle Eastern countries, like
Yeah.
Egypt or maybe not
Somewhere
Syria.
where they use them. A lot.
right,
Yeah.
right, where they ride them. Yeah, Australia's the largest exporter of camels. So there you go. Did you know?
There you go. I knew a guy that had kangaroos.
We had a triple. Did you know?
Yeah. I knew a guy that had kangaroos.
Yeah, I love
and,
this.
and he lived in North Carolina. And he doesn't remember how he got them.
You got to tell that story. This is an
Tell the
awesome
story?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
clean it up if you have to. Don't use real names.
Yeah.
So do you have a did you know?
Oh, yeah. So here, there's a thing called Project Habakkuk.
Oh,
It was
like
a,
the prophet?
Yep. It was a plan by the British during this World War II to construct an aircraft carrier out of pykrete, which was a mixture of wood pulp and ice, to use against the German U-boats in the mid-Atlantic. So they could go out further and like almost self-repair because they were made out of ice. and
That's
wood
cool.
pulp. Yeah.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Germans did that?
No, British.
British did that. Wow. That's even more cool.
Yeah.
Because the Germans seemed the ones that had the technology edge.
They did crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would be doing weird stuff, having seances and
Yeah.
asking for demons to help them and stuff. Yeah,
It's true.
yeah, that's cool. I like
Yeah.
that. Did you know? Oh man.
Oh, hey, I got two for you.
Okay.
Well, one's kind of all right. So, did you know that the yield sign was invented by a Tulsa police captain in the 1950s?
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yield just feels like non-committal.
Yeah,
It's like don't stop, don't go.
it just kind of
kinda yield
figure
it.
it. Why don't you like
Right?
see what's right for you?
Yeah.
Whatever your truth is in that moment.
That's right.
By the way, moderates are stupid, and I hate anyone that's a moderate
Okay.
because it doesn't exist. You can't be a moderate in politics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyways, I got another thing that's kind of interesting, and since
Yeah.
I've been finding, did you know? So there's this cult that we'll probably be doing an episode on that's
Yes.
going on right now.
Okay.
There's trials going on as we speak. There's just more indictments last week or so. Well, whenever you're listening to us, depends on whenever.
when we post this,
Whenever
yeah.
it posts this, yeah. But anyway, so it's called the Nexium cult. It's a sex trafficking cult with like a bunch of Hollywood people. Mm-hmm. It's a real deal.
Yeah.
And so anyway, they filed a patent back in 2013.
Oops, sorry about that.
Yeah, nice. And the patent it's called Determination of Whether a Luciferian Can Be Rehabilitated.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's trying to see if they can figure out, they're trying to patent a way to cure Luciferians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Patent to cure Luciferians.
Yeah. Some method that they have.
They don't need a patent. It's called Jesus.
Right?
Give your life to Jesus. There's no patent to it.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Let me let everyone in on the act. When I go, oh, yeah, I did know that. This is an act. I am waiting for you to tee it up for me.
Smoking that sticky green stuff.
And that's why I play, because I think it's very funny. And I love that so much. So anyway, did you know that there was this order put out back in the day in 1838, October 27th, was an executive order issued on that day by the governor of Missouri called Missouri Executive Order 44, also known as the Extermination Order.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was issued after a battle between the Mormons and the Missouri State Militia.
What?
And this was to basically, I'll say it right here, Governor Boggs, who was the guy that issued it, Lilburn Boggs.
Lilburn?
Yeah.
Sounds like a rap name.
Lilburn? Yeah.
Yo, Lil Burn.
Smoking that sticky green stuff.
I love it so much. We even try to work it in. Yeah, so Governor Boggs directed that the Mormons must be treated as enemies and must be exterminated or driven from the state if necessary for the public peace. Their outrages are beyond all description.
Wow.
So they banned and were going to go kill all these Mormons.
And they did. They drove them out of the state.
Drove them out of Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Did you know that? I didn't even know that the Mormons fought a war against the militia.
They were violent.
Yeah, well,
the whole reason they ended up in Utah.
It's because everyone kicked them out.
No, yeah, for real. If you go to Ohio, where they started in Ohio, and right outside of Cleveland, and they have the very first ever Mormon chapel or whatever, there. And,
temple.
Yeah, it's more of like a chapel. It's like an old 1800s building.
Oh, yeah,
but they were driven out of there as heretics. Like,
is that when Joseph Smith was shot? Was he shot in Colorado?
No.
Or in
that was Ohio, but I think he was shot out west before he died. They had already gotten out to the west.
I remember I had this Mormon friend in middle school as a tangent, and he was telling me the story of it.
Yeah.
He was like, Joseph Smith died in such a crazy way. He went down like a man. Apparently he got shot like 6 or 7 times out of a window, and then he fell out of the window and they shot him a bunch more. They're like, they shot him like 6 or 7 times and pushed him out this window and shot him a bunch more.
Some more, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in jail. They tried to break him out.
Yeah.
So he got arrested. Yeah.
We should do an episode on the founding of that.
We can talk about more sometime. Yeah, there's a lot
anyways.
Anyways. Hey, what do you know, man?
Oh, hey. Did you know that in, when was this? 2005?
Yeah. I don't.
I'm sorry. Yeah, in 2005, the Cardboard Box was inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame.
The Cardboard Box. The Cardboard Box.
Yeah.
What is that?
I'll read it real quick.
Yeah.
Cardboard Box. I'm at the toyhalloffame.org.
Okay.
Cardboard Box inducted 2005. So there's a lot of, did you know?
That must have been a rough year for toys if the Cardboard Box is winning.
There's some more did you knows in here.
Okay.
The Chinese invented cardboard in the 1600s.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's cool.
There you go. The English played off that invention and created the first commercial cardboard box in 1817.
Wow.
Blah, blah, blah. Here's the reasoning.
Blah, blah, blah.
Over the years, children sensed the possibilities inherent in cardboard boxes, recycling them into innumerable playthings.
Yeah.
The strength, lightweight, and easy availability that make cardboard boxes successful with industry had made them endlessly adaptable by children for creative play.
Dude, that's awesome.
So there you go.
Yeah. We used to play with cardboard boxes when I was a kid. Like, I remember our neighbor got a refrigerator.
Yeah.
We took the refrigerator. we made a spaceship out of it.
Yeah, that's what it says right here. With nothing more than a little imagination, these boxes can be transformed into forts or houses, spaceships or submarines, castles and caves.
That's awesome.
Inside a big cardboard box, a child is transported to a world of his or her own, where anything is possible.
Dude, I'm getting my kids cardboard boxes for Christmas.
Heck yeah.
That's all. Just empty cardboard box.
Yeah. You want to hear a funny thing?
What?
It was about the recycling, about the garbage. I had a friend who was homeless, and he said they used to fight over good cardboard boxes.
I bet.
Like, people got stabbed.
Dude.
Yeah. Do you know that there is this thing called the League of Extraordinary Communities? It's these municipalities, these 3 municipalities: Bland, Australia, Boring, Oregon, and Dull, Scotland. So they teamed up to create what they call the League of Extraordinary Communities.
Extraordinarily boring, dull, and bland.
It could have been dubbed the Trinity of Tedium. So it's trying to joke about their names of their boring things. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway. So what do you know, man?
Oh, hey. Yeah. So did you know that Andrew Jackson had a parrot? A pet parrot?
Our former president, Andrew Jackson?
Andrew Jackson. He had a pet parrot, and apparently it had an affinity for cursing. So it cursed so much that it had to be removed during his funeral. Because they had it there, and it just kept cursing at his funeral. And they had to remove it.
What in the world, man?
Yeah. And so here's a double whammy, since we're talking about presidents and old people.
Yeah.
People from the past. I'm sorry. Thomas Jefferson was a huge foodie.
Really?
He loved food. Yeah. So listen to this. Mary Randolph, one of his relatives, published The Virginia Housewife in 1824. She included 20 recipes for ice cream, including one flavored with oysters.
Ew.
Oh.
Yeah. Jefferson, this is funny too. He was a proponent of macaroni and cheese, and he served it at a state dinner in 1802.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Macaroni and cheese
yeah.
ice cream?
No, regular.
Oh,
Yeah.
just regular mac and cheese.
Yeah.
In 1802. I didn't even know it was around back then, but I get
I didn't either. So there's a third one. They
Well,
had macaroni and cheese back in
yeah.
1802.
the Italians. That had to be an Italian thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, what do you know?
Oh, hey, did you know that Oprah got sued by quote unquote, I'm going to say this, Big Beef?
Big beef.
Yeah. So she was, she went through this thing. There's this whole litigation of, it's called food libel. So libel's, spreading false information.
Mhm.
So in 1998, Oprah was sued by, under a Texas version of food libel law, for comments her and one of her guests made about beef and regarding mad cow disease.
Oh,
So these Texas beef people were like, they started some beef with Oprah, and they sued her. So she got into she was sued by cattle ranchers.
that's who you want to sue, man.
Yeah, she's got a lot of money.
Yeah, you get that money and you're getting the right stuff.
Yeah. So
Did they win? Do you know?
Oprah won.
Oprah won. Of course, Oprah won.
Yep.
Can't beat the queen of media.
Nope.
Wow.
So
Man, what do you know?
hey, so did you know that there is a law? It's called the Guano Islands Act.
All right.
Okay. So it was the Guano Act. The Guano Islands Act was enacted on August 18, 1856, as a United States federal law passed by Congress, so it's legit law,
Okay.
that enables citizens of the United States to take possession of unclaimed islands containing guano deposits,
What is guano?
bird and bat poop.
Wait a second. An unclaimed island that has bird poop on it, you can claim it?
That's all you need.
Is it still an active law?
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
I want my own island.
The islands can be located anywhere so long as they are not occupied and not within the jurisdiction of another government. It also empowers the President of the United States to use the military to protect such interests and establishes the criminal jurisdiction of the United States in these territories. So basically,
Dude.
if you stumble onto an island
Right.
and there has to be poop on it, there has to be poop on that. That's
Now we know why those pirates always had a parrot on their shoulder.
so they could poop on it and claim it in America.
Go to
Like,
the
go
bathroom,
poop.
Polly.
Yeah. So
The cussing cussing parrot that pooped.
Thomas Jefferson. Yeah.
Remember you were talking about
Yeah,
the yeah. Oh,
Yeah. So if you are out there and you want to find an island and claim it in the mayor,
no, that's our secret. Why didn't you just tell me that? We would have gone on a road trip down to North Carolina and down the coast. I bet you every island in the Keys has been claimed.
oh yeah, for sure.
Man,
Yeah.
there's got to be one somewhere not found, and it within the jurisdiction of the United States.
No, it doesn't have to be in the jurisdiction. It just doesn't have to be in the. It has to not be. No other country can claim it already.
Yeah.
So if you find an undiscovered island, and it can be of any size,
Oh my God.
as long as there's bird poop on it,
I'm
if there's guano on it, it has to have
Bird poop,
the poop on it.
bat or bird poop, which means it has to be within a certain space of land. Like
Yeah,
distance.
but I
from
mean,
the
it could
land.
be off
50 miles offshore.
No, it could be off the coast of Brazil. But
Yeah.
if they don't know about it, and you can just say there's bird poop.
Or no one's just claimed it. They just drive by it all the time on their ships and stuff, and they just
Yeah.
never. Dude,
So there you go. So go.
We need an all-out war island
Yeah.
where we can set up shop and do our recordings and set up our studio there and just get suntan, fish.
Well, I think any island worth its salt by now has been claimed. So it's going to be like,
Quit killing my dream. All right.
okay.
I'm a dreamer.
Yeah.
Before we do that, we totally forgot.
Oh.
What do you know, man?
Oh, hey. Yeah. Did you know? Hey, did you know that Britney Spears' music was used by the British Navy to scare off Somali pirates?
What?
Yeah.
How?
So it says, oops, I did it again, and Baby One More Time are being employed by the British naval officers in an attempt to scare off pirates along the east coast of Africa. So they just blast it.
But how does that work?
Listen to this quote by a merchant naval officer. As soon as the pirates get a blast of Britney, they move on as quickly as they can.
Do you think that it's because they think it's American music, it's Americans, and they don't want to have trouble? Or
I don't know. I think that it's just terrible. It scares them. I don't know.
It's Britney. Beep.
Yeah. So there you go. I don't know.
That's a great. Did you know? I like that.
Yeah.
one.
So yeah.
Anyways, so what do you know, man?
Oh, hey, did you know that Queen Elizabeth II is the legal landowner for 1/6 of the land on Earth's planet?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. She owns more, that's more land than any other individual or nation.
Wow.
So it says this amounts to a total of 6,600 million acres in 32 countries.
Wow. So she is like she's a real estate investor.
Well, yeah, the crown. It's
the crown. I know. So
Yeah.
any place where
So she owns
like the British Virgin Islands, that's hers.
Australia, New Zealand.
Wait, Australia.
The UK.
Wait,
Yeah.
I thought Australia broke away.
No, but the Queen owns the land. So
What?
basically, there's a whole thing about different countries that actually, which is really fascinating when you get into it,
Yeah.
about which countries. I think America's one of the few that when you buy property,
Yeah. You
like,
own it.
You own that property
Yeah.
because it's your property. You don't rent it,
Right.
or you get like 100-year
Right.
lease by buying it, but you don't actually own the
I
land.
heard that's what Hawaii is like. Like if you live in Hawaii, you can't, unless you're born there, you can't buy land there or something.
Wow,
That's
that sounds really
racist. I know.
Yeah.
But I think it's to protect the Polynesian,
Yeah, I know.
the what, like I'm getting all defensive. What it's to do, it's the,
yeah.
like, yeah, that's crazy. So she owns 1/6 of the earth
Mhm.
personally.
Legal. Yeah, well, right now because she's the queen.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That is so crazy to think about. No wonder she doesn't ever worry about spending gazillion dollars, and she'll never run out of money.
Yeah. No, they have so much money.
It's good to be queen.
Yeah. Which is awesome because, if you're in England, you pay so, like the
70%.
royal wedding and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's all taxpayers. They don't pay for that. So you pay on top of these people that have untold amounts of money
Right.
from.
They could sneeze that royal wedding cost.
Oh,
literally.
yeah.
Like even if it was
They could
$25 million dollars.
I mean, they have priceless gems and crowns and all sorts of stuff
Yeah.
that they own. Crazy amounts of stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah. You want to hear crazy conspiracy theory? You want to blow your mind?
Let's do it. I want to hear it. Oh man. So do you have a did you know or
Oh yeah.
what do you know?
Hey, did you know that there was 10,000 people that were killed by a fart?
No.
I'm serious. Okay. So,
A single part?
yeah, single fart. Yeah. So I was reading a story on farting, and here it says, according to Greek historian Herodotus.
Herodotus.
Herodotus. There you go.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Says according to the Greek guy, a fart set off a chain of events that led to a revolt against King Apries of Egypt. The repercussions were even worse in first century Jerusalem. The historian Josephus tells us that an irreverent Roman soldier lowered his pants, bent over, and, quote, spoke such words as you might expect upon such a posture. The incident took place shortly before the Passover and caused a riot that led to the death of 10,000 people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So an irreverent Roman soldier farted at a bunch
pulled
of
his pants.
Jewish people for the Passover. Oh my gosh. And you think about the Passover, what it means.
Yeah.
Like the spirit of, the death angel passing over. If you
It was the spirit
passing through people, causing rage.
I love how
Dude, Herodias and Josephus. I'll have to check out. I have Josephus's journal. I should read it and find that.
yeah, I love the way that he describes so poetically a fart.
Josephus?
Yeah, so he lowered his pants, bent over, and spoke such words as you might expect upon such a posture.
That's awesome.
That's a fart.
Yeah.
He's saying he farted.
Basically bent, drop trowel, bent over and just rocked it.
Yeah, fart, man.
What do you know, man?
Oh, hey, so I'm going to throw out 3 different ones
Okay.
because it's 50.
All right.
All right, so do you know in South Korea,
Yes.
professional massage services, like
Okay.
to be a licensed masseuse, they try to reserve that career choice for the blind
Wow.
because the blind people don't have that many different choices.
I actually like that idea too.
Yeah, it's cool. So like it's harder to get the license to be a masseuse if you're not blind.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool. I kind of like that idea.
Yeah, it's a century-old law.
Oh, it's law.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey,
Yeah.
first reserved for the blind. It's like preference.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. I think it is cool.
I've had a few massages in my day. I've had back issues and stuff like that. And yeah, I kind of wish that my masseuse was blonde. Blonde.
Well, it's okay. Your wife's blonde.
Yeah,
so-
my wife's blonde. I
so
do
it's,
blind. I wish she was blind because I'm embarrassed of myself.
Yeah. I've only had a couple massages. And the last one I had, because I was having like just a rough, I don't know, month.
Yeah.
And I had the day off and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go have a massage because
Spa day for
yeah,
Rosie.
yeah. And there was this guy who had a stutter and it wasn't very good.
When you walked in and you're like, hey, I want to get a massage. And he's like,
Smoking that sticky green stuff.
is that what he said to you?
Yeah, well, it would have been like, yeah. Well, he did say smoking that sticky, so it would have been like, yeah. They got down the stutter. And he was like, "Are you
No.
relaxed?" And I'm like, trying to be, but it's weird. I don't like massages.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, some people love them, some people hate them. I like them. I
don't like random people touching my body.
Oh, really?
That's saved for Jesus and my wife. Anyways, yeah. Here's another thing.
Okay.
Hillary Clinton,
Yeah.
for the last election,
Yeah.
they tried to hire Steven Spielberg to make her more likable.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Did he turn it down?
No, he helped her.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He didn't help her too much.
No, not really. So she said, I get $250,000 to give a speech, and these Hollywood jackasses are going to tell me how to do it to like get help, like acting.
She said that?
Yeah.
Of course she would say that.
Yeah.
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 Who would pay $250,000 to hear her speak?
I don't know. I think the funniest thing though was that recently, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago, she was supposed to speak at a at a computer, like a
Yes.
cybersecurity conference.
Yes, I heard about this.
It was, and then everyone, like it was through FireEye, which is legit, like
Yeah.
contractor. They do a legit company, And finally, they rescinded the offer after everyone was just making fun of it.
Everyone, yeah, I remember that it was just catching heat from on Twitter and stuff like crazy.
Yeah.
So that's so funny.
Yeah.
Hey, we probably need to do this. We haven't really done this before. We need to welcome in our YouTube listeners. We've had a slight uptick of YouTube viewers. I would say it.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this on YouTube, hey, thanks.
Hey, yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, we just post them on YouTube and I didn't think anyone would ever see them. But
right.
One of the topics that we happened to cover was brought up in culture, popular.
Yeah.
It was something that people were looking up.
Yeah, that's happened a couple times where we've done a topic and then it becomes like newsworthy with like a month later.
Yeah.
Like I remember when we did the social credit, episode. Yeah. We were talking about that. And, like I had, before we even did that episode, I didn't even know about it. Yeah. And then, I was kind of enlightened by it. And then a year later, not even a year later, 6 months later, you just hear it on the news everywhere. Everyone's talking about Chinese social credit system.
I was going to say, it's really interesting that, and I don't want to try to say like we're so forward in like everything. Yeah. Because other people were talking about it before, because that's how I heard about it. It was right. People were sharing it when all of a sudden it kind of came out and like, this is really weird. We should take it, but.
See, I just thought you were really smart. No. Well, you should have never said that to me.
Yeah, well.
You know what else is cool is our very first episode, since we're talking about 50 here. Yeah. He. Well, his name is he. We had a guy on we were talking about gaming and all of that. And we kind of were talking about just the history of gaming and stuff like that. It was a really laid back episode. But our guest on there, he is on Twitch now and he's blowing up on Twitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's he. And he got his wife on there, Mrs. He. And they play Fortnite together. And he basically taught his wife how to play Fortnite on Twitch. And it just kind of blew up. And so if you're on Twitch, go check out he. And go listen to episode 1, and you can kind of you can see where he's coming from.
I don't think it was really good.
It was fun. I thought it was fun.
Yeah. I'm going to have to retouch on some of the earlier ones that we did. Yeah. So I think some stuff I'd like to talk about in a different way.
Sure. I'm with you on that. I always feel that way. Yeah. Yeah. So you said you had a third, did you know?
No, I'm not going to say that. Okay. I was thinking, yeah,
I cut you off there.
Add some viciousness into it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not going to do it.
Okay. We're going to continue on with our S3, the Secret Society series. Do that. What do you know, man?
Oh, hey. Yeah. Did you know Psy from Gangnam Style?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not like Americans. He wrote a song. He rapped a song about torturing and killing American soldiers and their families.
What? Isn't he from Korea?
Yeah.
Like South Korea, right?
Yeah. Okay. So during a 2004 protest against the U.S. presence in Iraq following the beheading of a Korean missionary, Psy, during a song called Dear American. So obviously their English isn't very good because it's Dear Americans.
Right, yeah, Dear American.
By the band Next, rapped the following lines. These are what Psy said. Kill those effing Yankees who have been torturing Iraqi captives. Kill those effing Yankees who ordered them to torture. Kill their daughters, mothers, daughters-in-law, and fathers. Kill them all slowly and painfully.
Man, talk about a grunge.
Yeah.
Dude.
Gangnam Style, yo.
But you said all this is because of a missionary was killed? A Korean missionary?
Yeah. Who?
Don't you think he would be like more forgiving?
Well, the other thing is if it was beheaded, if the missionary was beheaded in Iraq,
right?
I don't think it was the Americans that killed him.
Yeah, so he doesn't even know his geopolitics.
No.
Gangnam.
Yeah. American soldiers don't typically behead people like missionaries.
It's right. Yeah, missionaries are the ones that are like praying for those that are being hurt. and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, interesting.
So if you listen to Gangnam Style, you hate America and you need to leave. You need to get sent to Guantanamo Bay.
That's right. Learn your lesson.
You need to go over to, you need to leave. Go back to where you came from.
My goodness. Did you vote for Trump? Oh, man. So what do you know, man?
We're just going to go right into
Let's just go into it, man.
Cool. Hey, did you know that socks and sandals were worn by the Romans 2,000 years ago?
They were the original dads.
Yeah. They found split-toed socks that look like carrots. That were
they
made,
do look like carrots.
That are made for the Romans.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of makes sense, though, because the Romans would invade northern areas. They would go into cold temperature areas when they were taking over the world.
Yeah. Plus
they were dads. I wonder if they knew dad jokes. Like, what if there was any like Roman dad jokes?
We probably wouldn't get it if they did survive. But
dude, I saw a Roman toilet. And
you mean a hole in the ground?
No, dude. They had. I got a did you know about Rome?
Okay.
Did you know they had air conditioning?
I did know that.
All right. Did you know they had running water?
I didn't know that.
All right, whatever, dude. So in their running water, they actually had bathrooms.
Yeah.
And what it was these two slabs of like stone, and there was a gap between them, and you would sit with your cheeks one on each slab, and the gap between you would be the delivery point, and you would drop your load down in there. That's what you do. And it would like fall into a gutter,
Be taken out,
and running water would wash it away. And it would like it was like the way it was designed. It didn't splash on you and stuff. Like they thought things through. They had paved roads, man.
I did know that.
The Romans were a pretty progressive group. I'll give them that.
They were progressive,
as pagan as they were.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But Rosie, what do you know, man?
Hey, what's up? First of all, you didn't even ask how I was doing.
I'm sorry, man. How you doing, man?
Yeah, man, I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know that in 1976, a Japanese porn actor crashed an airplane in a kamikaze-style attack to kill a multi-millionaire leader of the Yakuza?
Wow.
He crashed and he took an airplane, kamikaze style. He even dressed like a kamikaze.
Into like his house?
Into his house.
He was a porn star?
He was a porn star.
What year was this?
1976.
Oh, wow. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that was long after the kamikazes were gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He even got praised by one of the kamikazes that still was alive from the kamikaze squadron. He was like, it was good technique or something like that.
But he didn't kill the guy. So.
No, he hit him. He hit a different part of the house that the guy was in.
Oh, man.
So there you go.
That's a crazy did you know.
Crazy did you know.
Just another one of the side effects of porn. Don't do it. Don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
Yeah. Man.
Oh, hey. Hey, so this is a interesting story. So during Edward II's reign, there's this guy named John Deydras who claimed that he was actually Edward II.
Ooh.
And so he came and he was like, I'm the rightful heir to the crown. We were switched at birth, basically. So then he challenged Edward II to a duel, if I remember correctly. He lost it.
Ooh.
And then he claimed his cat told him to do everything.
Wait, how do you... I thought it wasn't a duel to the death? I guess not.
No, Deydras offered to fight Edward in single-handed combat for the throne. He was arrested.
Oh, okay.
And then he was tried for sedition. And then he confessed that he made it up. And he blamed his pet cat. And he claimed that it was the devil in disguise that led him astray one day. So then they hung both him and the cat.
They hung the cat.
Yeah.
They euthanized the cat by hanging.
Yeah, they hung.
Can you imagine him sitting there next to the cat? It's like on a box.
Yeah.
It's just sitting there. What's going on? And it's probably innocent, although some people would argue that cats are the devil. There's some people that would go that
I have
far.
black cats, and they're not.
They just stand over you at night when you're asleep. You don't
They
realize
do.
it.
Well, one of them protects me. She like watches out.
That's cool.
She sleeps on the edge of my bed and like looks at all the shadow figures, I guess, and the weird stuff, and doesn't do anything, just runs away.
It's like, I don't know what to do for you, man. I can't protect you from this demon.
Yeah, I'll just sit on your chest and put my butt in your face. I guess that's her way of protecting me.
It's got to go through me first. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good did you know?
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know?
Did you know? That's right.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I was going to say, he's totally, you can tell how good of an actor he is right now by the way that he just acted surprised, because he already knows this.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Because I already said it on the previous episode. So act surprised and act like, oh, I didn't know that.
All right. This is my
Even though I
test.
told you. Yeah.
Yeah, because, all right, this is my test. We never, by the way, people, our listeners don't know, whenever we do Did You Knows, you don't ever tell me.
I never tell you.
You never tell me beforehand. I don't know what they are. So our listeners don't know that. Oh, and we also got to talk about the sticker too. So go ahead, do your Did You Know, and then we'll share.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Okay. So did you know
Yeah.
that in Switzerland, you can, if you apply for citizenship,
Yeah.
you can be denied because you're too annoying.
What? Oh my! No way! Are you kidding me? That's insane.
Yup.
All right, repeat that again because I wasn't listening. I was concentrating on my response.
So in Switzerland, the way, so most countries, if you want to get citizenship,
Yeah.
it's a federal process. Like
Okay.
the United States has a federal process. It's the same, whichever state, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Switzerland, it's on a local level.
Okay.
So you can get denied. So basically, they're talking about the article I read. This woman was like 42, had lived in Switzerland from the time that she was 8 years old.
Okay.
She was finally like, okay, I'm going to become a Swiss citizen. So she went to go get citizenship, and her town denied her. So they actually do a vote. In like, you would just go to the public school or, wherever they hold elections for,
Right.
city council or whatever they do. And everyone in that locale literally votes, yes, no, we want to let him be a citizen. And so this particular woman, the one that was 42 or whatever,
Yeah.
she was a staunch, like, in your face vegan.
Oh, there you go.
And so so her neighbors were like, no, this lady's super annoying. And so they voted because they don't have to have a reason. They're just like, nah, she's not Swiss.
That's the rest of the
causing a
story.
ruckus, yeah.
She was a vegan. I wonder if she was like vegan and she did like CrossFit.
Probably.
They would be like, you have to leave the country.
Yeah. We're going to deport you.
You're no longer welcome here.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a good did you know?
Yeah, it is a good did you know.
That's cool. What do you know, man?
Oh, hey, I got two for you today.
Yeah?
Just cause. All right, so the first one, did you know that George Washington planned on burning down New York City?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he should have.
He should have.
Yeah.
Was it occupied by a bunch of redcoats or something?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There was the Battle of Brooklyn. Yeah, they lost they lost some of New York City back in during the Revolutionary War. So one of the plans was just to burn it all down.
Wow. Scorched earth policy.
He should have. So that
Right? I'm with you. I mean,
we would have never had that.
we wouldn't
I'm
have,
just kidding.
We wouldn't have the Knicks.
I got some friends that live in New York.
Yeah.
So
It's still part of our constitutional United States, so I
yeah, but
like it, yeah.
might have saved us a lot of trouble down the road, George, if you hadn't done that.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Anyways.
he did chop down that tree.
Oh, yeah. So here's another story. So I got told by my dad, who listens to this podcast, that, and my mom does too, and my aunt, and some other people
My
do.
mom listens too.
All right. Well, yeah, my dad said that he enjoys the stories of like people from history. Like, oh, hey, did you know this happened person in history?
Yeah.
So there was this guy in London
All right.
in the 1600s, 1681. They called him Whipping Tom.
All right.
All right. So what this guy would do is he'd run around London and he would smack women on the butt.
What a perv.
He just run around, spank him, and run away.
He had a whip though.
No, he just
His bare hand.
Just walk up. Yeah,
That's assault.
They had a serial spanker running loose in the 1600s.
Oh, what a loser.
Yeah, and now they have acid attacks.
I know, right? Should have burned London down too.
Should have burned London down too.
George should have stopped at New York. He should have kept going across the
Should have
pond.
burned DC down too, man.
The swamp. We're draining it.
Need to.
That's right.
Anyways,
Well, we got to take care of like, did you know?
okay.
What do you know, man?
Hey, did you know that during the Cold War, there was a hot dog stand in the middle of the Pentagon? Really? That the Russians, because they had satellites and everything, they thought that was the actual brains of the Pentagon. Because at the same time during the day, I'm not making this up, all these people would always go in and out of the hot dog stand. So they thought that was like the entranceway to underneath all of it was underneath, and the actual Pentagon was just built to protect that.
Like walls.
Yeah. So then they had to add all this extra security to this hot dog stand, and ultimately they shut it down.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah, but yeah. So did you know that?
So their satellites were not like they are today, obviously.
Well, no, but I mean, it makes sense. You know, like here's the thing: how do we figure out that the Russians were in Cuba?
Satellites.
Satellites, but what do they notice in Cuba?
Hot dog stands?
No, that they had soccer fields,
Oh,
and because Cubans play baseball, they don't play soccer.
that's right. That's
Russians
right.
play soccer, so that's how they figured out the Russians were there.
Dude,
So
good job, CIA.
they could figure out stuff. So they had pretty good cameras back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good did you know?
Yeah. Here's another one, just because it's an
okay.
extra. I just had it pulled up. Did you know pumpernickel bread literally means devil's fart? And it was named after the devil's fart because it was hard to digest.
Wow.
It's German. There you go.
Pumpernickel means devil's fart. Mm-hmm. Dude, that's awesome.
Yes.
Man, is it keto?
No.
It's definitely not keto.
Yeah. All right. So there you go.
All right. Hey, man, what do you know?
Hey, did you know that there is a place in Florida, a city, known, the official title, Vernon, Florida. It is known as Nub City because there is this craze of all these poor people having their limbs removed so they could get insurance money. And it's like known. So they call this place Nub City because like all the people there just started doing it so they can get on this insurance payout.
That is so ridiculous.
So they have all these nubs.
I wonder what the most popular nub to remove is. Like, you got to think it through. Like, does it count for a finger or do you have to like an entire limb?
Limbs.
Wow.
Limbs, yeah.
Man.
Got all these double amputees. I mean, I guess would every spot be
Another
a handicap spot?
Right. Oh, yeah, true. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
So there you go. So there you go.
Someone.
Nub City.
Yeah, Nub City. Oh, man. Well, I'm excited about. Okay. So moral of the story is, oh, man. Hey, what do you know, man?
Oh, hey, did you know that in the state of California, wait for this,
All right.
you cannot have, what?
I was gonna hit a soundbite, but
You're going to hit it when I was going to.
I don't know what you're gonna say,
Oh.
so I was just getting ready.
Okay. So in California,
Yeah.
it is illegal to name your son, presumably nowadays, you'd name your son Jose with the little, I don't know, the accent on the end. So that it's like Jose, you know, like with the Spanish accent, the little Spanish letter
Yeah.
scribble over the top of E.
Yeah.
I only know like in German, the two dots over U's and O's are called umlauts.
Right. Yeah.
So like those things, so you couldn't have a name like Gunther with
Two dots.
two dots over the U because they call them diacritical marks, which is the little asterisk and something like that.
Yeah.
Cannot have it in a child's name.
Why?
Only the 26 alphabetical characters of the English language are allowed.
Jeez.
So I think the people that live in California are just
Smoking that sticky green stuff.
That is true.
they are smoking it.
Yeah.
Oh man. And if I had a kid and the doctor was like, you can't put that on the name, I would be like,
Why are you gay?
Yeah.
that's what I would say.
I like that. Yeah. And he would just say like, oh, I don't remember. Stupid doctors in their lab coats, just hanging out, like
Jeez.
making up stuff.
You're going to need one day. You're going to need a doctor one
Nope.
day. Yeah, you are.
Nope. I wear, well, actually, I don't wear steel-toed boots or anything like that. So
Yeah.
let's be honest. I'm not around a lot of physical labor. That's what, I'm not going to step on a nail. No, I'm just kidding.
That's amazing.
I do stuff.
You do stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Good use of the sound bites.
Thank you.
Yeah. I thought this was interesting. You want to know another name thing?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So in 2013, Tennessee judge Luann Ballou ruled that a baby boy named Messiah must change his name to Martin, stating that it's a title that has only been earned by one person, Jesus Christ.
Oh. Now, see, I can get behind that.
And it was overturned.
Oh, see, of course, because I liked it.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of babies.
Housekeeping stuff.
Okay.
What do you know, man?
Hey, did you know
Yes.
that
No, I just don't.
there is an infamous pirate named Benjamin Hornigold, and he once raided a ship just to steal their hats?
Their hats.
Their hats. Here.
What kind of hats?
Real quick.
Yeah.
1717. Hornigold hunted down a merchant ship off the coast of Honduras. As his crew boarded, Hornigold explained that the reason behind this particular plunder. He and his crew had gotten wasted the night before, and in their drunken haze threw their hats into the sea. They needed new ones, and they intended to get them the only way they knew how to do things, to get things in general.
Yeah.
Raiding.
Steal them. Yeah.
The merchants of the invaded ship pleaded with the pirates to spare their lives. To their surprise, they got what they wanted. Hornigold let the bareheaded merchants continue on their journey.
That's so funny. I mean, it's just that's so pirate. Like,
Yeah. Get drunk, threw all their hats off, and they're like, we can't be pirates if we don't have hats.
That's right. That's amazing.
Yeah. You know what? Here's another. I've just been throwing double. It's honestly because I find so many, and we don't do that many.
I know.
We don't do enough. All right. So there is this guy who is the chief fortune writer at Wonton Foods, the manufacturer that touts itself as being one of the world's largest producers of fortune cookies.
Yeah.
So this dude, Donald Lau, was the head writer of fortune cookie things.
The writer.
Yeah, he wrote fortune cookie fortunes.
Yeah.
He did it for 30 years and he retired because he had writer's block.
I mean, I thought they just wrote like.
This was 2 years ago. He quit over writer's block.
I thought they just wrote like 10 fortune cookies, like fortunes, and then they just repopulate them into all the different, like print them off and just put them in all the cookies.
Maybe.
I mean, that's what I thought. I've gotten the same one like multiple times.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Anyways, he got writer's block.
So he just quit 30 years. I'm done.
Wonder if he's getting
He's like there's no more I've written all of the fortunes.
He's getting disability or like what's long-term disability for writer's block or workman's comp.
Workman's comp, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So what do you know, man?
Hey, did you know? I knew this.
Okay.
Did you know that Saddam Hussein wrote a romance novel?
What?
Yeah. It's called Zabadiah and the King.
Zabadiah.
It's a romance novel. It was published anonymously in 2000.
In 2000, okay.
And it was actually written by Saddam Hussein.
That is awesome.
Yeah, man.
Was it on like the Iraqi bestseller?
It said it sold a million copies at 50 cents.
A piece?
Yeah.
How many people were in Iraq? He forced it on them.
Probably.
It was a tax, 50-cent tax per person. You each get a book. Mm-hmm. That's funny. I wonder how good it was. Wonder if it was any good.
I'm sure it wasn't.
Wonder if it's translated into English.
Yeah.
We should try.
It is, yeah.
Oh, we should get a copy and read excerpts from it.
Yeah, they have an English edition of the novel, and it literally has a picture of Saddam Hussein
On the front.
Yeah, here, let me show.
And it's one of the old ones when he's got like the gray beard and
Yeah,
stuff.
and he's like, oh,
He's trying to be. Maybe they put
why are you
that-
bringing that rope out? Am I about to get hanged?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so there you go.
Awesome, dude. I like that one. Do you know, man?
Oh, hey, did you know
Yeah.
that there is so there's a guy
Yeah.
in the government, they call him the beer bottle dictator. And there's one man that has to approve every beer label design in the United States.
Okay. Wait, that's the guy.
His name's Kent Battle Martin.
Kent Battle Martin. And he has to approve every beer bottle label design.
Yes, he approves beer bottles and labels for the Tax and Trade Bureau, a section of the Treasury Department.
Wow, that's weird. That's a cool job.
So
though.
it says this year, which was, I don't know, because I have a copy of this, he single-handedly approved over 29,500 beer labels.
Do you wonder if he ever just gets tired? He's just like,
They said
yes.
everyone
yes.
says they don't like him.
Oh,
He's
so
he's not very nice.
so he is. It is a battle.
Yeah, it says
Interesting.
he is tensely and formally dressed on all occasions with an encyclopedic memory of beer labels.
Wow. He takes his job seriously.
Yes.
I would take it that he's not drinking the free samples that they
I
send
don't
with
know.
the thing. Okay. All right. Well, that's a good. Did you know?
Yeah. So there's one guy. Yeah.
There's always, remember the soup Nazi from Seinfeld back in the day?
Yeah.
No soup for you.
Except this guy,
No beer bottle.
no beer for you. Yeah.
No beer bottle label for you.
No beer about it. Yeah.
I can't say it. Anyways, dude. Yeah, kind of does. But anyways, what do you know, man?
Oh,
What do you know? I'm so sorry.
I was ready for the other thing.
Oh, you ready for the baby update?
Yeah.
Well, let's do the baby update.
Now I pulled up the, did you know?
Okay, well, what do you know?
Hey, did you know that if you want healthy cows,
All right.
you should feed them magnets?
Okay. Wait, what? How does that even make sense?
So the basic gist is that cows just go and like just eat off the ground, right?
Yeah, the grass. Yeah.
Grass, and they eat a lot of screws and nails and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a. I'm serious.
Okay.
It says when they're regularly ripping up fresh hay or grass, though, they swallow large portions with barely any chewing because they don't chew.
Yeah, just swallow it down.
Right. Food, along with whatever nails, tacks, balling wire, and other stray pieces of metal are hiding, go right down. It says all this metal eventually collects in the second stomach. The second of the four. It says here it can become hardware disease. Sharp pieces can poke through the stomach and into the heart, which is
Wow.
separated only by a soft muzzle, blah, 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 blah. That's where the magnets come in. A magnet about the size and shape of a finger is placed inside some long tube, and then they shove it down the cow's throat. And
Sounds fun.
yeah, check out this. One report from the 1990s found that 55 to 75% of all slaughtered cows had hardware in their stomachs.
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but that's horrible.
Yeah, so
Man.
farmers feed cows.
It's like, have you ever seen like when they pull sharks up at like great white sharks and stuff out,
Yeah.
and they got them and they find like license plates.
Yeah.
Like this cow gets slaughtered, you see like a watch fall out. Why wouldn't they like do like a magnet vest rather than putting a magnet down inside their gut? Like, wouldn't it be just put a super strong magnet like vest on the cow, and so like it would just like make whatever's in their stomach stick to wherever side the magnet is on there?
And then it goes and punctures the stomach because it's on the
No.
outside. What are you talking about?
I don't
That's
know.
a terrible idea.
Maybe it's not so good. I didn't think that one through. Okay. All right. Well, that's kind of interesting, though. I didn't know cows ate so much raw metal and just loose screws and stuff.
They're on a farm, yeah.
Yeah. I just never
guess it
think
makes
of it.
sense.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't go on farms, so
Neither do I.
I don't know these things. But
Yeah. Oh,
like, what do you know, man?
Yeah.
Like, we got a baby update to do.
oh,
so
are we gonna do that? Are we gonna do the baby update now?
We can do it later. We can do it. We'll put it in later.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever.
Well, hey, did you know that
The babies.
that Disney used to own the rights to Insane Clown Posse music?
What?
Yeah,
That is amazing. It
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me at all.
yeah, they own everything.
Yeah, they own everything. So why not the Insane Clown Posse?
Yeah, but they got rid of them in 1997.
Wow. That's why they just disappeared.
Because this one album was coming out, and they're like,
I remember that one, the controversial album.
well, all of them are.
Didn't their label drop them?
Yeah, Disney.
What was the name of the label? Do you remember?
I think they made some new one. Like
I think it was DreamWorks.
Probably.
I think DreamWorks was Disney's record label.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so they used to be owned by Disney.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what do you know, man?
Oh, hey. Oh, my. Did you know that I got two for you today?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read the numbers because it's going to be too hard.
Okay.
But 111 111 111. So 9 ones.
Okay.
Times 9 ones.
Yes.
Equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that kind of cool?
That's awesome. That is very cool.
Yeah.
I guess there's some mathematical reason for that, huh?
Yeah. Also, did you know that the theory of Anne Frank being a lesbian was started by Ellen DeGeneres?
What?
Yeah. Have you heard that before? That like, oh, Anne Frank was a lesbian. She was a secret lesbian.
No, I'd never heard that. Why would Ellen make that up? Why would she say that?
Well, here you go. The theory of Anne Frank being a lesbian was started by Ellen DeGeneres after a few pages from her diary, which were originally withheld from publication by her father, Otto Frank, were finally publicized. However, these it says that she might have been a little curious and she wasn't a lesbian. But despite this, and I'm not going to read the quote because it's dirty. Despite this, DeGeneres insists Anne was a full-on lesbian and wants her to be recognized as an icon of LGBT pride in the face of fascism.
Oh.
So if you
There
ever
you
heard that thing about Anne Frank being a lesbian, it's not true.
It's not true.
And Ellen DeGeneres made it up.
She's a liar. Shame on you, Ellen.
Shame on you. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for straightening that out for me. I was lost sleep wondering if Anne Frank was.
Yeah. So. Nope.
Hey, what do you know, man?
Oh, hey. Yeah. So I'm going to read this little bit, but did you know that an Ethiopian king was so impressed by electric chairs that he eventually had one that he used as a throne?
An electric chair?
Yeah.
As a throne?
Yeah, because I'll just read this real quick. On August 6, 1890, the first electric chair in history was put into use in the death chamber of Auburn Prison, New York. In distant, I can't pronounce that, it's now called Ethiopia, Emperor Melanek II heard about it and decided this new method of execution should become part of his modernization plan for his country. Immediately, he put in an order for 3 electric chairs from the American manufacturer. When the chairs arrived and were unpacked, the emperor was mortified to find out that they wouldn't work because they didn't have any electricity in Ethiopia. Determined that his investment would not be completely wasted, he adopted one of the electric chairs as his imperial throne.
That sounds like something out of a comic strip or something.
Hey, man, it's real life.
That's crazy.
That's Ethiopia, baby.
That's Ethiopia from the 1800s.
Yeah.
They haven't progressed too much from there. But
they might have electricity. I don't know.
Oh, hey, if you're listening from Ethiopia, thanks for joining.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. But hey, what do you know, man?
Hey, did you know that in 1788 there was a doctor's riot in New York City?
No.
That was it led to 20 people dying.
A doctor's riot?
Yeah. Okay. So they used to, back in the day, they would, medical schools would just take dead bodies out of the ground, right? To exhume and do
cadavers.
Well, yeah, except cadavers were like donated.
Oh.
This is 1788, and back in the 1700s, they would just take him. They're like, hey, we'll just dig up the grave.
He's dead. What does he care? Yeah.
So there's this guy in April 1788. A group of kids were playing outside a New York hospital.
Yeah.
They're next to this room where there's this student, like making, working on a body. And so the student pulled up this arm, and he waved it at the kid. And he said, "This is your mom's arm."
No, he didn't.
Yeah. So the kid ran home. This is like a problem that they had been working with laws to pass to like not do this, but the doctor's like, whatever, we need bodies. And they just kept doing it. So the kid went home, ran to the dad, and this mob approach and just ran to the thing. They said there was 2,000 people that just ran to these hospitals. All the hospitals in New York City, they just ran and started. All the doctors started hiding, and it said,
"Oh my gosh!"
So as they assembled in front of the courthouse and threw rocks, militia and cavalry were called in to repel them. The riot lasted a few days, ceasing when Governor Clinton sent the militia to patrol the streets until a calm environment was ensued. At least 3 rioters and 3 militiamen died in the confrontation.
Wow.
Some estimate up to 20 dead. And the protesters also destroyed all available human specimens. So the doctors didn't have any bodies. Yeah.
Well, they had the new dead.
Yeah, I guess so.
The new 20 people.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So the only thing I would say is like, was that kid's mom really dead? And
I think it didn't say, but I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, what?
That's messed up.
You
Yeah.
take my
It was
mom?
just bad. I
Yeah.
don't think the student would have known that the kid's
Right.
mom was dead.
Yeah, right? How would he
Yeah.
know?
So
That's funny, though.
yeah.
Oh, God.
So there's
Riot.
did you know?
Did you know?
You had a couple of riots that started in history.
One from a fart.
One from a fart
One from
killed thousands of people.
That's right.
And then there's one that started with mooning.
That's right.
Killed.
That's right. I forgot about that. He mooned him.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, man.
So
That's good.
all right.
Thanks for listening to the All Out War podcast today. We hope you enjoyed the episode. If you want to know more, you can visit us on the web at alloutwar.us, or you can find us on Twitter at alloutwarcast. Hey, thanks again for listening, and we'll catch you next time.